Okay, just a advisory for this album, Alex Marco. If you're mixing, I hope I'm always saying your name right. I'm probably always saying it wrong, but you're still the boy. We appreciate you liking the show. Much respect.
Thank
much
you,
love.
Alex.
You're still the boy. He suggested this album to us. And all honestly, I gotta say, this album fucking sucks. It fucking blows. So fucking hardcore. Alex, I love you. You're great. But this album fucking blows. This album, it fucking sucks so fucking bad. It is like Francis from the Lights. If he finished this fucking album,
You're hurting him.
It's bad. This album is not good. And you can think it's good. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna disprove your opinion. But this album blows. It blows hardcore. This is like if King Krule made an even more redundant project. Like, so Soft Moon is an American post-punk band from Oakland consisting of Luis Vasquez. I can't pronounce words. Never passed third grade. And it is like if 9 Inch Nails made 10 tracks and just made the same song over and over again with no, I would say, progression in songwriting or in production. This track is, this album, I would say, is literally the same song over and over again, and it's like beating my head against the wall for like 30 something minutes. It's not good. This album is not good. Like I don't really, I can go through why it's not good, but like some of my main problems with this album, Louise just gives the same fucking performance over and over again to the point where like he sounds like King Krule, like even worse than King Krule, because King Krule actually had emotion in his voice sometimes, where like I wouldn't say it's probably not as pretentious as King Krule was at moments with the I have depression, but it is similarly vocally to that like mode, I would say. Very moany, very unemotional, very just not good or stylized. This album, production wise, is the same production. The same types of drums that are distorted, same types of guitars, same guitar riffs, same synths over and over and over and over and over again. There's nothing special to any of the lyrics that are being presented. It's literally the same lyrical product. There's no deeper meaning to any of the lyrics being portrayed. It's very upfront. It's very not even like abstract. It's not abstract lyricism, I would say. It's just boring. There's no risk to this project. For something that should, I should be like punching shit when I'm listening to this, but in the end I'm like sleeping because there's nothing to it. Criminal by Soft Moon, is just boring. It is very sleepy for an album that's post-punk and should be like, I should be like jamming my head or like punching people in the face or like stabbing someone because it's just aggressive as fuck. It's not. It makes me want to take a nap, drink some warm milk, take a warm bath. It's literally, I should be like punching shit because of this album, and I'm not. It makes me want to take a nap. I can't put enough emphasis on that. I can't be fucking clearer than that. This is not good. Now, some positives. Some fucking positives. Okay, you ready for this? It's not Justin Timberlake, it's not Francis and the Lights, and it's not Migos. I will give it those 3 positives. But here's the thing. At least I enjoyed a track on Justin Timberlake, whereas this, I don't enjoy the album. I don't like this record one bit. Alex Marco, you're still the boy. Hearts from here. But this record's just bad. It is not a good record. And anyone who wants to defend this record, you're entitled to your opinion. My opinion says this is bad. This is not a good record. Trevor's over here crying because I want to hear what he has to think. But the drums on this record are literally the best part of it. And they're also one of the most redundant things about this record. This thing is just fucking dumb. And it's, I think Trevor was talking to me earlier. It's like if you went into an abandoned factory, started banging on metal, and started playing a King Krule record. That is this album. That's it. That's all. That's my review. What do you think of this record?
I feel horrible.
I don't care. Like he's a grown man. He can take his opinions. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying this album's bad.
Alex, I'm so sorry.
He's not Soft Moon.
I'm sorry, Alex, because I know you liked this album, and I feel horrible that Vincent crushed your dreams, and I hope you continue to watch the show if you even made it through that scathing review of something that you obviously like.
He's liked other things. He likes other albums. This is like...
I know, but I feel bad because he poured out his heart to us and said, you should listen to this because it's really great. And then we went on here and gave it a bad review.
See, if this was like Alex's album, I would be nicer. But this isn't Alex's album. This is Louise's album.
Well, I'm going to try to point out some good stuff about it,
There's
okay?
nothing like...
Yeah, there is. Okay, so I listen to Burn, and Burn is not that bad, all right? It's moody and emotional. I like the industrial rock kind of part of it, but also, like... I like It Kills. I think that's a really gritty track. And it reminds me almost... actually, this whole commercial, honestly, the whole vibe that I got from it is it reminds me of a commercial or kind of a soundtrack for something like Doom or... like the Alien movies.
You know what it reminds me of?
That's what it reminds me a lot of.
You know what it reminded me of?
What?
Okay, so you know TNA, the wrestling company? So this reminds me of TNA mid-2000s pay-per-view music. Just very generic, very, like, post-punk, very, like, in-your-face, but at the same time, not, like, production progressive, like, if that makes sense. The progression of the track doesn't progress because it's just a loop that they play over and over and over and over and over again. Also reminds me of entrance music that they would use for various wrestlers. Like, I could see this obviously being like a theme music for like Raven or like any ECW legends that they eventually brought into the company, like anyone like that, of like if they brought in like someone like I would say like Tommy Dreamer or like Taz. I could see this being like their theme music. But like this is just like that music was not good because it was made very cheap. And it was always usually like a rip-off WWE song. But this it's not good. What else did you like?
Okay, that's mostly what I liked about it. I think that if Luis Vasquez met into like basically like soundtrack thing. That's what it reminded me of. It was like the soundtrack of Doom, like the game where you go around and shoot the demons, not like Mad Villain.
Doom, like
I'm not even gonna listen to your chat.
No, like Doom, like 2017 Doom or Doom like 1990s Doom.
2017 Doom.
Because 1990s Doom's soundtrack fucking slaps.
It's the same thing.
No, it's like 1990s Doom is very like chip-y-ish, not full chip Doom because it was on
like 2017 Doom
is very like contemporary.
That's what it reminds me of.
Like
I think that
1990s Doom fucking slaps.
So
shit.
Yeah, basically, I guess areas of improvement. The lyrics don't mean anything.
They don't
at all.
There's no deeper meaning.
I think it suffers from Lou the Human syndrome. I will call it. It's too edgy, but not enough edgelord substance.
I don't even think this is edgy. Like,
I think it's edgy
because usually when it's edgy, I'm able to point that out. But this just like I don't think anything's edgy makes me want to like get under the covers and take a couple Z's, if you know what I mean.
I'm talking edgy, like Lou the Human talks about being edgy, but sometimes he just comes off as like an edgy white kid because he doesn't really have any credentials or substance. That's almost like what this reminds me of. It's like very dark wave, very abandoned factory-esque. I did say that quote. I'm sorry, Alex.
You're not wrong.
I feel
that is this album.
God awful.
You know what's funny? If we actually did that and recorded it, it would have been a better album.
I feel like a bad human. Alex, I hope you keep watching this show.
Do you have anything else to say? Because I can sum this album.
No.
Okay.
I do. Okay, one thing I do appreciate that Vasquez has live performances that incorporate like a lot of industrial kind of visuals or like light shows, and he has like a lot of live performers too, because in all honesty he made this album by himself, but he's got a lot of people that he performs with live. I think that's kind of cool.
Okay, so summary of why this album's not good. Doesn't production wise does not progress, lyrically does not progress, sounds like the same track over and over and over again. It has Hunter Jack Hunter Simpson, when this entire album is the same song over and over and over and over and over and again. The drum loops sound very similar to Nine Inch Nails drum loops, like hands down. Like a lot of the production on this sounds like Nine Inch Nails, and I don't know if like I'm the only one that gets that, but like it very similar to Nine Inch Nails. Very generic at times. Louise's vocals very moany, very moody, but unemotional and very detaching. King Krule syndrome, as I would like to call it. And yeah, like I
just rate it.
This is a 2. I was gonna be honest and give this a 2.5, but the more like I think about it, how much I dislike this is a 2.
I'm giving it a 2.5.
It's not. I wouldn't say this is like, at least with this, it was like 40 minutes, and it wasn't an hour and 45 minutes, so I didn't age 30 years. It just pissed me off. But it's not good. It's not good. But yeah, how can it improve? Production wise, progress, because you're literally doing the same loop over and over again, and your lyrics aren't good enough, and your vocals aren't good enough to have. Like, we were talking about Deluxe a couple weeks ago, how the tracks are able to progress over this very simple loop that plays throughout the tracks is because the lyrics, the songwriting, and the vocal performances are so strong, they are able to separate parts of the track from one another. There's no separation. It's just the same loop over and over again, and you feel like you're going crazy. And, I wish... I don't know. I wish there was more to this record, and I wish at one point I go back to it and be like, oh, I've been wrong the whole entire time, but I don't think there's anything I missed. I think I did a clean sweep of this entire record, and there's nothing left.